What's going on, ladies and gents? Welcome to another exciting episode of Around the Flock. I know last week I was supposed to do this episode 58, but I just had a very forgetful set of moments recently. So obviously, we're here to do it today and bring you some quality Ravens content and Ravens updates. Now, there are a few things that we would like to go over, such as the updates in regards to the offensive coordinator search. Now, we all know that a round of carousel has been through the building and been interviewed and or taken coaching jobs elsewhere. Um, but we're here to give you an update on that. Obviously, we know that there's a small handful of offensive coordinator candidates still waiting on their second interview going forward. I know one is uh, Chiefs offensive coordinator Eric Benamy. Ben- I can never pronounce his last name right. But he is obviously an offensive genius that has been working side by side with Andy Reid for many years, been working with Patrick Mahomes, is going to be coaching in the Super Bowl this Sunday, which is awesome. He has been in multiple Super Bowls now. So having a Super Bowl caliber offensive coordinator would be awesome. Poaching from Andy Reid's staff would be pretty awesome. Not even gonna lie. And then there is also the um, Seattle's quarterbacks coach, who's been working hand in hand with Geno Smith all season long. Give me one second. Uh, that was going to be Dave Canales, who is one of the bright young um, offensive minds in upcoming, and it would be awesome to see him join the Ravens coaching staff. There was also rumors going around with uh, Bills wide receiver coach Chad Hall, who was also one of the up and coming players coaches, knew what he was doing, but he decided to take a position with the Jacksonville Jaguars. So as of right now, with what I'm seeing, it's kind of down to some of the in-house candidates, which includes Coach Godsey and James Urban. Now with uh, Coach EB, that would be we would basically have to wait for the Super Bowl to be over, and if I had to take my pick on who they should choose, I would go with the young quarterback coach or either quarterback coaches, honestly, because James Urban obviously has been working hand in hand with Lamar Jackson since he's basically got drafted. So that's a no-brainer right there. He knows the playbook. He would add a style of creativity that would allow Lamar to shine. Obviously, Lamar has been helping the coaching staff and the front office staff make the pick on who they should hire as OC. But I would like to see this. If James Urban were to get promoted, I'd like to see them poach Dave Canales anyways. Have a young up and coming guy build his rep and work with Lamar. But I understand if they went ahead and took the route of going in house. There's currently speculation that it is going to be an in-house hire if EB doesn't get hired in, which Coach Eric has been a. If he takes the lateral move, it's mainly to have more creativity and more um, freedom to control the offense how he wants. Obviously, with having Coach Reed as or at the helm, he's gonna have the final or complete and final say of it, no matter what. He's gonna probably take Coach Eric's play call and go or turn it elsewhere. But it is what it is. I'm excited to see how it turns out. I feel like if we're going to, the soonest we're going to have an answer is probably going to be shortly after the Super Bowl. And that's just my personal opinion. I honestly believe that that's going to be the soonest we'll have it. The latest we'll have it is probably right after the league new year. So we'll just have to take it step by step. Now, the NFL honors was just recently. We had two players up for awards it was last night. And it was Calais Campbell for the Art Rooney Sportsmanship Award and Chuck Clark for the Walter Payton Man of the Year. Obviously, Dak Prescott got Walter Payton Man of the Year, leaving Chuck Clark behind. Not saying that Chuck Clark is an amazing man off the field, doing what he can for the community. It it's obviously fantastic what he does for the Baltimore area. It is truly amazing, which he rightfully earned that Walter Payton Man of the Year nominee. It's phenomenal. Now, as far as the Art Rooney Sportsmanship Award, that did go to Calais Campbell. Calais is one of the best guys off the field, on the field and off the field to have around. When you watch the clips and even during the games, he is more than happy to pull the other guy who he just ran over up, whether it be the running back, offensive line, so on and so forth. Always positive, always have that fun, mean streak going. It's the guy deserved that award. Big round of applause to Calais Campbell. I gotta be a little quiet so I don't get one of my dogs riled up. But yeah, we got that going. So congratulations to Chuck Clark for receiving the nominee, and also congratulations to Calais Campbell for winning said award. Also, speaking of awards, we did find out recently that the NFL stadiums had finally gotten their reviews for the 2022 season. NFL Voice of the Fan Rankings, the overall stadium technology for M&T Bank Stadium is number 2. Video board content is number 1. Sound system number 2. Cellular service 3. Wi-Fi service 3. Audio prompts and music 3. Primary video board quality 4. And T-Mobile app 5. Overall food and beverage was listed at ranked number 3. Value was ranked number 2, variety of beverage 4, variety of food 5, and quality is 5. So that just shows M&T Bank Stadium year after year after year is one of the best stadiums to go to in the league. I am hoping one of these days that I have the opportunity to take a trip and watch the Ravens play live at home with some of the best fans around, and some of the best Ravens content creators out there. Be an honor to be next to you all in one of the best stadiums in the league. I did read where someone, or in some of the Ravens Facebook groups, that they were listed as number 19. It's kind of hard to see that they were ranked number 19 considering they rank so high in all these stuff. So, it's pretty awesome. Now, going forward with some rumor mills stuff going around in regards to our starting quarterback, Lamar Jackson. He is toying with us like no other. Obviously, those of you who have saw throughout the season, while our former offensive coordinator Greg Roman was at the helm, Lamar was fairly adamant at being a troll by liking and sharing photo edits of him and other teams' gear, such as the Miami Dolphins or the Las Vegas Raiders, so on and so forth. After Roman is parted ways and left, you started seeing him posting more pro Raven stuff. Like, uh, there was one with him in the couch with his shield and in uniform. Most recently, he posted with him in purple pants, him in his MVP 90s style shirt, and the Baltimore chain, saying that he's ready for the 2023 season, and so on and so forth. We also got Mark Andrews saying he's willing to take a pay cut to keep Lamar Jackson, that Lamar's wanting to be there. So I think we are should be fairly happy and secure that our quarterback is going to be in Baltimore for a very long time. At this point, it's probably just working out some of the guarantees and incentives and figuring out who is for sure going to be his new offensive coordinator. So, just got to play the wait and see game. It's going to be fun. It's going to be enticing. But all we have to do is enjoy the ride. It's fun to see or talk about, Lamar helping the staff find his new guy who's going to call all his plays. You got all these different players saying like, "Hey, I'm willing to take a pay cut," or "Hey, we all know he's going to be back." It is really refreshing. So now that we're coming up on the 15-minute mark, and just a quick update episode, and like I said, for those viewers who are watching, happen to see the tweet, this is going to be a public panel. So if anyone does happen to see this, please go check the Ravens ATB Twitter handle and go click the link in there. Please stop in, uh, air out your grievances, hype, or just give your status quo of the Ravens going forward, it it will be awesome. If anyone decides against it, hey, I can't, or it'll be all right. But in the meantime, while we wait on anyone that is going to come in, talk, give their spiels, we're going to go ahead and get into some mock drafts. Provided this week, we're also again using the Pro Football Focus mock draft simulator. Obviously, we all know that the Ravens are picking at 22. So let's get going. Ooh. Ooh. Let's see. Oh, this is going to be tough. I'm going to go ahead and go wide receiver. I'm going to narrow it down. But who do we want here? Do we want Jackson Smith-Nigba? Do we want Jordan Addison, Jalen Hyatt? Who do we want? Let's take best player available, Jackson Smith. I don't even. Yeah. Now, JSN is going to be a great weapon, a great add for this offense going forward. Um, I feel like he's going to fit well with Bateman, Duvernay, Robinson, so on and so forth. He's going to fit very well with everyone in that wide receiver room, and just going to add weapons to um, Lamar's arsenal. Because, as you all know, even though I'm wearing a Ball State hoodie because it's comfortable, I am within the Ohio State fan base. Thanks to my wonderful wife, and they know how to produce quality wide receivers. Now, let's go into the next pick. Are we going to do best player available, or are we going to. You know what? We don't need a safety because that room is pretty nice. So next we're going to go cornerback Tyreek Stevenson out of the U. Now, I don't know. The U produces some nice secondary pieces. Let's just go back in the history books and look at it, such as Ed Reed. Um, but hey, just got to take it one step at a time. Let's see. Our next options, as far as top 5, is going to be tight end, Ohio State tight end Cade Stover. That room is pretty filled up. We got Zach Evans out of Ole Miss, running back. Nah. Let's go Colby Wooden out of Auburn. I feel like he would add a nice little piece to our edge rushing room, considering we don't know the complete status of what Justin Houston might be doing. Let's see, what can we do next? Got Peyton Wilson, Broderick Martin, trading the third, Jalen Redmond. Um, I'm. This is a tough one. Let's see. Do we want to trade? No, we're gonna stick with the base. So if I have to pick someone, oh, I'm gonna go defense or interior defensive line with Broderick Martin. I don't know too much about Martin, but I will have to look into him a little bit. All right, so let's see what we got in here next. Mm, I think we're gonna go with like we did last time, wide receiver out of UCLA, Jake Bobo, and he is going to be my final pick for the Baltimore Ravens for this mock draft this week. And just waiting on the final ticks. See what it grades it. And no thanks. Oh, nice. So it gave us a solid A as a grade. So as we see, we got for round one, wide receiver JSN out of Ohio State. Round three, cornerback Tyreek Stevenson out of the U. Round four, edge Colby Wooden out of Auburn. Broderick Martin out of Western Kentucky. And wide receiver Jake Bobo out of UCLA. Now, I'm going to be posting this on my personal Facebook and our Ravens ATB Twitter handle. Please comment below, or even as you're watching this, give us a comment. Let us know how you think that this should have turned out. I know I've had fun with this pretty well, so just got to take things one step at a time. I think either way, we're going to have one or two wide receivers taken in this year's draft. And I'm hoping that this year, come April, we'll have do the same thing that we did last year with our 4-week special. Now, that's just about all I have for you guys tonight. I hope you all enjoyed the show. Unfortunately, or we didn't get anyone hop in to this open public panel, but hopefully next year or next week with a little more planning and better setup will or it'll be a much smoother finish. But now that we've gotten through that, let's go ahead and wrap it up. If you feel like following me on just about any social media, most of mine is going to be at this handle as you see on screen at BT Myers _. That's going to be Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Don't forget to follow us on our main page, ATB _network, and also Ravens _ATB, both on Twitter. I'm going to try to get better on the TikTok side of things. We've got some contributors over at ATB that do a phenomenal job at that. Go follow them out. And As far as for my other fellow Ravens contributors, Price Check 3, aka Nick Price, and TD Hunter 52, aka Thomas Hunter. I miss you guys. Hope you all are having a great night. Go follow them. But that's all I have, and I hope you all have a fantastic evening.